I borrowed a necklace to look rich. It changed my life. Forever. My name is Emma. I wasn't starving. I had a roof over my head and food on the table. But I wasn't content. Every day, I dreamed of wearing expensive dresses, sparkling jewelry, and living like the wealthy women I saw around town. My husband, Daniel, worked hard every single day. He often told me, "We may not have everything we want, but we have everything we need." I never believed him. Then one evening, Daniel came home with a huge smile. "Emma, we've been invited to the biggest party in the city." Instead of celebrating, I burst into tears. "I can't go looking like this. Everyone will laugh at me." Without complaining, Daniel spent all of his savings on a beautiful dress for me. When I tried it on, he smiled proudly. "You look wonderful." I looked at my reflection and quietly said, "No, I need jewelry too." The next day, I visited my wealthy friend, Sarah. She opened her jewelry box and showed me her beautiful necklaces. One sparkling necklace looked exactly like real diamonds. "May I borrow this one?" I asked. She smiled warmly. "Of course, just bring it back after the party." That night felt like a dream. People admired my dress. They complimented my necklace. For the first time in my life, I felt important. But when we returned home, the necklace was gone. My heart stopped. Daniel and I searched every corner of the house. I checked my dress again and again. I emptied my handbag onto the floor. We searched the carriage from top to bottom. Then we walked back along the road we had traveled that night, hoping to spot the necklace lying in the dirt. We searched until sunrise, but no matter where we looked, we couldn't find it. "We have to replace it," I whispered. The replacement cost far more than we could afford, so we borrowed money. We sold nearly everything we owned. We moved into a tiny house. Daniel worked longer hours. I cleaned houses and washed clothes. Months turned into years. Every day was spent paying for one terrible mistake. 10 years later, the debt was finally gone. One afternoon, I ran into Sarah at the market. With my heart pounding, I told her everything. How I had lost her necklace, how we bought another one to replace it, how it had taken us 10 long years to pay off the debt. Sarah stared at me in shock. "Emma, why didn't you tell me?" I lowered my head. I was ashamed. I wanted everyone to think I belonged among the rich. She gently held my hands. "Oh, Emma, that necklace wasn't real. It was only a cheap imitation. It wasn't worth much at all." I stood there in complete silence. 10 years. Gone. Not because I was poor, but because I was too afraid to tell the truth. Tears filled my eyes. I traded 10 years of my life just to look rich for one night. Sarah smiled gently. "Never sacrifice years of your life for a few hours of someone else's approval. The richest person isn't the one who owns the most. It's the one who is grateful for what they already have." She was right. I had spent years chasing appearances instead of appreciating the life I already had. From that day on, I stopped comparing myself to anyone else. Because I finally understood. Contentment brings peace. Pride, fear, and the need to impress others can steal an entire lifetime.